Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a book review video, and it's a special book review video because it's all Halloween-esque type of books. So let's just get right into it. I have 7 books, and the first one is called Agatha, Raisin, and the Haunted House. It's by MC Beaton. This is what it looks like. And I have read a couple of Agatha Raisin books before, and she's a really sassy kind of woman. She's really funny the way she expresses stuff to other people. And on this one, she teams up with her neighbor to help this elderly woman who is really mean, and nobody really likes her in the neighborhood because she says her house is haunted. So what ends up happening is this old woman gets murdered, and she is actually going to figure out who murdered her and why. And it was a really good book. It was really good. They found out that the hauntings were fake, obviously, but it was a really good book. This is what it looks like, and it's a small book. It wasn't that long. I think it was only 200 some pages. Most of the books that I read were around 200 plus pages. This book review video, except for this one. Now this one was a movie, and what was a book before was a movie, and it's called Jurassic Park. It's by Michael Crichton. I guess that's how you say his last name. This is what it looks like. And I've only ever seen Jurassic Park in little spurts, so I never really seen the whole movie before. And I do have some of his other books too that I don't know if they go along with the Jurassic Park series or not. I don't know, but it's about this billionaire man who wants to open up this park for children that has dinosaurs, and they use dinosaur DNA or whatever to make these new and improved dinosaurs. And this group of people come to the park to see it for the first time, and all this stuff goes awry from this one man who wanted money, and he took these embryos, these dinosaur embryos that the scientists made, and we're going to sell them to somebody, but he never got a chance to because the dinosaurs ate him or killed him or something. And so I mean, it was an okay book. I mean, there was, if you're really not into a lot of sciencey terms or something, then you might not want to read this book because there was a lot of sciencey stuff in it that you would have to not kind of know, but not get confused because they go in and out of it throughout the whole book. I don't know. I mean, the part that I usually see of Jurassic Park was similar to the part in the book that how it happened. But other than that, that was all I know. So this is a movie that I've seen when I was a little kid, and it freaked me out. I never seen the whole movie before. I only ever seen the last 5 minutes of this movie, and this is Rosemary's Baby, and this is probably a classic horror movie. I mean, I've never seen the whole movie before, like I said, but it freaks me out and stuff. And this is what it looks like. It's by Ira Levin. This is what it looks like, and it's about this newlywed couple who end up moving to this strange apartment complex where there's these devil worshippers, and she doesn't know they're devil worshippers until the end of the book though. And her baby ends up being the son of the devil because of what these people have done to her and stuff like that. It was a really creepy book, and it's really creepy because I mean, like I said, I've only ever seen the last 5 minutes of it, and it creeped me out so bad that is it just freaks me out. It's not like it would happen in real life, but that was the one movie that I read. The one movie I seen that still creeps me out to this day. I can watch any horror movie and it doesn't freak me out except for that one. That one freaks me out a lot more than anything. This is an Agatha Christie book. Now this one I got, I knew I said in a couple book reviews that I wouldn't buy any more of these books because some of her books I feel aren't that great. And this is Murder on the Orient Express, and the reason why I got this book was because I know I don't know if it was last year or the year before that, they remade that Murder on the Orient Express movie, And so I never seen the movie, but I wanted to see what the hype was in this book. And this book was really good because in this book I can't really in this book I had my eyes set on this one person that might have done the whole murder on the train, but it was but obviously I was wrong. It was somebody that I didn't even expect would have done that. And this is what it looks like. And this is a hercule. I don't even know how you say his last name. I know it's like a French name, but I can never say his last name. I don't know why, I just can't. And it's about he's on this train, he's going to um it gets stuck on the Balkan Hills stuff. I think it went to like I don't even know like where it was going, I forget. But one of the passengers ends up dying, and he has to figure out who did it because they're stuck on this train all together, and it's stuck because of the snow. So yeah, it was a really good book. I really liked it, and the chapters were short in it. Like it was in 3 parts, but the chapters were really short in it. And most of the books in this, except for like 1 or 2 of them, weren't that. The chapters weren't that short. This is an orchard mystery, and this is Picked to Death. It's by Shelia Connolly. This is what it looks like, and this is about it's about a small town in Massachusetts where Meg owns this orchard. And here, the thing that with this book was the chapters were really long in it, but the thing I hated about it was that there was 2 separate storylines in the book. The first one was they were moving this old building and they were digging it out so they could make some kind of like museum space underneath this building, and they found this skull, and that's when the mystery started because they had to figure out if this was a recent death or if it was from like hundreds of years ago or whatever. And then the second one, which was like the actual main plot storyline, was this man um is found dead behind this like Tractor Supply-esque type of store, and this boy, as a 17-year-old boy, actually finds him, and everybody thinks it's this boy's fault that this happened to this guy. And here they're trying to like piece it together, but people are still going back to him, and Meg's trying to figure out, okay, did he really do this? Is he telling the truth? Who really did it? Stuff like that. And it had a really good plot line, but the thing was I feel like because the chapters were really long in this book that they shouldn't have had that other storyline in it because it was irrelevant to what was going on, because they didn't talk about it all the time. And they figured out like that skull that I just talked about, they found out like who it was or who it belonged to and stuff like that, like midway through the book. So they shouldn't have really have had that storyline in the book anyway, because it was irrelevant to what was going on in the other part of the storyline, which was the main storyline. But it was an okay book. Like I don't think like it was that great. Like I mean, I read a lot of mystery series books, but I feel like that one just didn't seem interesting to me. Like I kept like having to put it down because I was like it wasn't like I couldn't get into it. Like I got into it, but it was just weird how it had 2 storylines, but they weren't really like connected to each other or something like that. So this one, I read this book because it deals with candy, so I thought, okay, like Halloween trick-or-treating candy. But it actually takes place around Easter time. And this is called Toxic Toffee. It's by Amanda Flower. It's an Amish candy shop mystery. Now, the woman who owns the candy shop isn't Amish. Her dad was Amish, but then he left the Amish faith to marry her mother. So the person that really runs it is her and her grandmother and one of her 2 Amish women who the one isn't in the faith yet. Like she's still in her Rumspringa phase, so it's okay for her to like be on this woman's TV show, to be on Bailey. That's the main character, Bailey's TV show, and she can work in this candy shop, and the other woman, the other woman, her family like disowned her because of something that happened in the past. So she works there instead of working at her family's pretzel shop, which is right across the street from the Amish candy shop. And this is what it looks like. And it's about in this small town in Ohio. They're having, well, it's not a small town, it's Holmes County. They're having this like Easter Day festival, and the man who there's this pen set up full of all these rabbits, and here the man who owns the rabbits, the rabbit farmer, he ends up dying like right on the spot. So Bailey has to figure out who did this and why. And then the town's busybody woman, who's like, that really annoying person that wants to do everything and does all of like the organizing for the town and stuff, they actually want her to make this like large sculpture of a rabbit using toffee, because that woman liked toffee, so she wanted to make it. And here they figure out that the man who died actually ate toffee before he died because it was laced with lily of the valley, and lily of the valley is a poisonous flower. So it was just, and who did it, like there's this one point in the book where they talk about something that they didn't know about this man. That's when okay, this is the person or thing that made him die. Basically, it's like, it was like a really like right off the bat, it was like, I think it was like halfway through the book, you could actually like, you knew who did it already. So it was like, well, it was predictable. That book was kind of predictable. So this is the last book that I read for this book review video, and I kind of read it because like it was just random. So I like, some of these books were just random books I read because they were mystery books. I didn't have a lot of Halloween books or Halloween-esque type of books. And this one, it was just okay. It really wasn't that great of a book. Like, I mean, I kind of got into it. And this is called A Fortune Teller Mystery. Now, when I first got this, I didn't realize that I kind of did go with the Halloween theme. Fortune teller stuff, that's kind of like magical, supernatural kind of stuff. And this is the first book in this series. It's called Tempest in the Tea Leaves. It's by Kari Lee Townshed. This is what it looks like. And it's about this woman who she leaves her rich family's life to go into this small town where she becomes like this fortune teller person, or she wants to. And she does a lot of different things. Like, she says she has like this power that she can see into the future. So what she does is she uses tea leaves to tell people like their distant future, their like the near future, and then like far out future, and then all these different things too with these tea leaves. So she told this woman, her first customer, that she was going to die. And this town has like all these weird people in it. And so what happens is her vision comes, all the tea leaves come true, and she ends up dying, and she has to clear her name because the only person that knew that she was gonna die was this woman named Sunny. And she ends up helping these guys out, these detectives, with the case. And in the storyline, she ends up reading the one detective's tea leaves, and it finds out that she ends up being this man's girlfriend in the long run or something. And it was just okay. Like it was like the characters in the book were kind of quirky. Like, all of them were quirky in my opinion. So it was kind of like that weird, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the weirdness of the town kind of fits in with the girls' way of life kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. But it was an okay book. I mean, I don't think I will read any more of those books because, I don't know, like, it kind of like flip-flopped a lot, and I don't know. I mean, I might read another one of the books just to give it another go. I don't know if I have another one of those books. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys next time with another video, and happy Halloween.